Hi everyone. So today's project's fitting T-track on the roof of the Sprinter van. I'll provide some details of where this came from, but we're indebted to somebody else's link on YouTube. I'll say who that is as well, but I can't remember offhand at the moment. So this commercial T-track is designed for fitting roof bars on the roof. We're going to use it potentially for that, but also for mounting an awning, but most specifically for holding flexible solar panels on the roof. So I'll show you a clip in a minute of where the holes are, but essentially you just punch out some plastic plugs, and I then laid the T-track on the roof of the van after cutting it to length, and then marked through the roof to get the centres of the points where the drill holes need to be. These are just pilot holes, and I'm going to finish drilling those. But a track which has already been drilled looks like this. Here's one I did earlier, prepared earlier, and I found it quite difficult getting the holes countersunk for the M6 bolts I'm using, and in the end I did a very dirty trick and ground the end off an old countersinking bit, which then means that you can slide it into the track and make the holes. And I'll just drop a bolt into there. And you can see that these M6 countersunk bolts then sit really nicely down in the track.
Can't get focus.
If we can get a focus. Which will mean that the T-bolts, which slide into the end of the track and provide you fixing, will pass over the top of the bolt without causing too much grief, hopefully. So that's the plan. I'll show you another clip. Essentially, we're close to the point now where we're going to put mastic tape on the back of these, put the bolts through, probably a smear of Sikaflex around the area where the bolt comes through, just for a belt and braces approach, and then off them up the roof and hope that these all line up perfectly and drop through the holes. We can just pop a washer and a nylock on the other side. So that's the theory. Watch next week's thrilling episode to see whether the reality is the same as the theory.
Running.
I'll just twist it slightly. So here we have a piece of the T-track. It's laying face down, and we're just fitting through.
Having put the mastic on.
The bolts, having, as Sue says, put the mastic on. And a good way of doing this is just mark it from underneath by pushing the screwdriver through, and then go through from this side, open it up a bit, and then just go back through one more time from underneath just to try and clear the hole a bit. And then with any luck at all, should be possible, push the bolt through. It also sticks enough to stay in place, which is quite handy.
Yes.
Can't find the
Okay, we're in the process of doing the T-tracks on the roof, to which we can join the solar panels. You'll have seen the T-track as Dave has been marking it out. These are the holes that you have to punch out on the roof, and you can see another one there, and they go down the roof, down the side of the roof on both sides. The bits that come out, if I can get it focused on the screen, are these. They're little sort of plasticky, grommet-y things. Dave just punched them out with a hole punch. So they came out quite easily. So you may be out here in the background, he's now offering up the T-track to see how it fits, having drilled out all the holes. So these are the plugs you have to remove and cleaned up, all lined up, and then hopefully the T-track will go on no problem. Fingers crossed.
If you look around this side, you can see the bolts pushing through.
Oh, we're going to move around apparently.
Because it does line up.
Oh yes. success.
Miracles
So
may never cease.
this is the other side where the bolts actually line up. All sounds fairly easy in theory, marking and all the rest of it and drilling holes, but when you've got quite a few, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7, hopefully they all line up beautifully, which these do seem to do.
This is a couple of years later, just showing the view of the T-track actually on the roof of the van. As you can see, you get a certain amount of muck accumulating, but proof is in the pudding, I suppose. It's been up here probably 3 years now, and no problem with leaks. You can actually see one of the fixings there that I was talking about much earlier, and this is a modification since the early filming of this vid, showing revised solar panels, solid panels now, and using Ultibar racks to actually support those off the roof of the van. Quite interesting to note how much muck accumulates up here and how Sikaflex can actually deteriorate over time. That's about 3 years old and really needs redoing now.